I spoke last week about the masjid in Sterling Heights. And I would like to reiterate what I said. At the same time, I would like to clarify what I said. As far as reiterating, I would like to tell those who are opposing the masjid in Sterling Heights, and especially our dear Chaldean community, not the entire Chaldean community is opposing, obviously, very small portion of them. I would like to say to those who are opposing the masjid in Sterling Heights, I want to tell them that who ISIS follows. ISIS follows a thug. His name is Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. He's a thug, he's a murderer, he's a terrorist. So obviously his followers will take after him. But who you follow? Who would the Chaldean community follow? Who would the Christian community follow? You follow Jesus alayhi salam, or at least that's what you claim. You follow Jesus, peace be upon him, a man of tolerance, man of love. A man who once said that if someone slaps you in your right face, turn your left. A man who says, أحبوا أعداءكم وباركوا لاعنيكم. A man who asked his followers to even love your enemies. I want to say to the Chaldean communities that we are not your enemies. We're not even your enemies. We are your friends. We're not your enemies. I said last week and I repeat, we do sympathize with the suffering of the Chaldean community, the Christian community in Iraq. We condemn all kinds of atrocities that were directed against the Christian community in Iraq. We condemn any harassment against the Christian community in Iraq. This past week, my dear brother Imam Sayyid Basim al-Shara', myself, Imam Sayyid Najah al-Husseini, along with the Iraqi consul, we went to the Chaldean Archdiocese and we met with the Chaldean Archbishop or Bishop, Bishop Francis al-Abad. And I said to him that we Muslims have always condemned the attacks against the Christian community in Iraq. To us, Muslims, attacking a church is similar or even worse than attacking a masjid. When a Christian man or woman is killed in Iraq, it would be as painful as if a Muslim person is killed. We do feel for your suffering. We do sympathize with you. So why are you opposing, or some of you are opposing, masjid, house of Allah, house of worship, place that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is worshipped, not ISIS. This is a worship place that we all have to support. We Muslims, and I say it here, clear and loud, that we Muslims support building any worship place in the United States. Be it a masjid, be it a church, be it a synagogue. We respect that. We respect right of worship among people. We do not only call for the rights of worship for Muslims, rather for all people in this country. All people have the right to worship in a peaceful way. In a peaceful way. So, what we ask for others, we also ask for ourselves. We ask others to want it for ourselves as well. What we want for the Christians, we want the Christians to want it for us as well. So I am baffled with this anti-Muslim sentiment being expressed by some people adamantly over building a masjid, house of worship. So I ask our friends in the Sterling Heights community, particularly the Chaldean community, to understand the situation and to reciprocate the message of love that we are extending to them by also showing their love and their tolerance toward their Muslim brothers and sisters in Sterling Heights. Also, I need to clarify one thing. Some people took my words and misinterpreted what I said last week. I said, what's the difference between ISIS and those who are opposing the masjid? I did say that, but I did not mean that those who are opposing the masjid are as criminal as ISIS. What I meant is both are intolerant. ISIS has been intolerant of others, and those who are opposing the masjid are also intolerant. So yes, in their intolerance, they are acting the same way. I don't mean that they are as criminal as those, as ISIS, but they are as intolerant as ISIS, unfortunately.